Well, hello. I'm a bit tired today, and I'm like, why am I tired? I don't know why I'm tired, and this might be too much personal details, but I started drinking a little bit less water, maybe a liter and a half, a little bit less, and I was like, oh, I'll do a cheeky extra hour of cardio yesterday. And I've started eating a little bit more like spinach and greenery, which has like more fiber, but I basically think because I'm blocked up, I'm more tired. So I've had to like backtrack, like, what have I changed? I haven't changed anything. In fact, I got like 2 hours, like I got a deeper sleep than usual. Anyway, so that's where we're at. I've been thinking about stories that have changed my life, and I think this is one of them, and it's interesting because looking back at it, I can look back at it and I go, whoa, that is really a formative experience, and how I dealt with that would really form how I be as an adult. So I'm going to call this the Mary Jane story. So when I went to high school, and my mum told me this, apparently I wanted a girlfriend. I wanted a girlfriend real bad. I was like, I want a girlfriend. I love girls. Okay, I love girls. I wanted a girlfriend so bad. But I was in school, and because I was bullied in primary school, I came in kind of with a bit of resistance. I was like, "Rah," expecting to be bullied, and guess what? Well, because I came in with that, people started bullying me. So I was alone. And this is about year 7, year 8, so what, 13, 14 years old. And we had back in those days what was called MSN Messenger. Consider it like Facebook Messenger. It was very simple. It was like a chat. You could add a friend, and if the friend was there, it would show up if they're online, and you could have different chats with lots of different people. Anyway, I obviously didn't have any friends, so I would look at other people's MSNs or try and get other people's MSNs and try and find them, but I don't know even how I got the friends, but other than one friend which was my own, but he wouldn't hang out with me at school, I didn't have any friends. So lo and behold, somebody adds me and it's a girl, and her name is Mary Jane. And me and Mary Jane start talking, lots in fact, like really lots. I get excited. I remember like at school I'm bullied and no one likes me. And at home my mum's always like, you gotta do more maths, you gotta educate yourself, you gotta do sports. And then at my night time I would sit at my computer and get excited to see if Mary Jane messaged me, and we'd message. And I'd message back and forth for, it feels like a couple of months. It genuinely feels like a couple of months. One day I'm sitting in class. For some reason I feel like it was a science class. And we're sitting there, everyone's sitting there, and I hear this person, either a girl or I think it was a girl, and she goes, "How's Mary Jane?" And I freeze. Like my reality, everything that I thought of, I pause, and then somebody else says, "Yeah, how's Mary Jane?" And then they repeat the conversation that was had yesterday with her online. And the whole class erupts in laughter. What had happened was that the class had set up an account called Mary Jane to bait me and to basically play with my feelings and my emotions. The whole class had access to that account. And my whole world got crashed. And it's funny, I don't even remember how I dealt with it. It was more like, oh yeah, okay, yep. And apparently, I didn't even know that Mary Jane was a nickname for weed at the time either. So I just had no clue. They made a weed name. I believe that this is a real person. We're having hours of chats every night for months. I'm excited. One day we're going to meet. One day we're going to do this. It's just like, and the whole class erupted. The whole class had created an account to play with my emotions for months and then literally ripped it out from under my feet. And it's interesting because that is such a unique experience. And I keep going back in my life and seeing what really unplugged me from trying to validate myself or trying to be like everybody else. And instead I've doubled down on, I'm gonna do me however I wanna do it. And I think that's one of the events, because back in the olden days, the worst punishment ever was to take somebody and cause mass shame, you know, tie them to a pole and everyone laughs at them or throws rocks at them. That was the ultimate. Because for a human being or an animal, like we're animal beings, to be extradited, is that a word? To be moved away, to be said you don't belong in the community, and we're all gonna laugh at you, and we're all gonna hurt you, you don't belong. That experience most people will run away, will avoid for their entire life, and that's what stops people from being fully themselves. Because they get concerned, what will the community think? And it's just animal, it's just like instincts. You can't run away from it. It is very unnatural to be like, I'm gonna do me no matter what the pack thinks. And even if the pack says, nah, you don't belong, that is one of the most courageous moves that you could ever do, ever. And I think that's one of the stories, and I have hundreds of these stories and I'm excited to share, but that's one of the stories that really, really, really really made a big impact on me, because how I dealt with that situation is I could have gone into a depression, I could have gone into upset, I could have gone into that, but obviously I've doubled down and was like, right, okay, keep going. That's all right. And look, I had weird upbringing, like good upbringing, but at home, whenever I'd say that there was anything wrong or something happened, my mother would be like, that's fine. You're the smartest, and once you're older, everyone's gonna like you. Everyone's gonna like you once you're older. You watch. So she didn't allow me to feel my feelings fully of me actually experiencing the upset, because obviously she's a mother, she cares about me, she doesn't want me to be upset. I understand that, but now I understand that that is bad. And then instead she was like, just cover it up, you're awesome. Cover it up, you're awesome. And I was like, all right, I'm just awesome, I guess. But everyone's laughing at me and making jokes of me, and it's quite sad, man. It's quite sad. I've cried a few times for like the little boy that, like, I was doing my best, man. I was genuinely doing my best. I just wanted some friends. I wanted a girlfriend. I wanted somebody to like me. And consistently people were like, no, we don't like you. No, we don't like you. No, we don't like you. And the funny thing is that when you give up other people trying to like you, and then you just be you, everyone likes you. But not necessarily, because as kids, when everyone's like, you're just being you, then they try and put you down and be like, no one likes you, no one likes you. So I really stayed in that for a long time. So, you know, that happened. Thanks for listening to my story. I think it's important to go back in your life, and see what memories show up, like the big ones. Because our memory and what we remember isn't that great. Our brain has to choose what we're going to remember, what we're not going to remember. So if there's events or things that have happened that you remember, take that as a sign that that was a partial formative experience. And how you dealt with that shaped the filter of how you deal with life now. So I could look back and I could say that at that point in time, I decided, I was like, yeah, whatever, people don't like me, I'm going to be better than them anyway. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to be better than them anyway. And then what happened is, by the age of 24, I was like, well, people hate when you're just trying to be better than everybody. So I had to like I had to unfuck myself basically, because I ran my life through that filter then. So if you have memories, if you want to begin to really make a huge, profound difference to how you operate in life and how you design life, because it's hard to design life when you're just using the same filter all the time, same filter all the time. You have to actually unpack your shit. So you have to have a look at your formative experience, and they don't have to be positive. They don't have to be negative or positive. The negative ones, though, generally cause a lot of pain. And when we have a lot of pain, we use something to deal with it. Positives are great, and positives are more like a bit more positives, but the painful stuff is where you've really got to look at. So if you look at all, and you can go even all the way back to childhood, and even probably while I'm saying this, you already know the one or two events, and they're right there, and you'll avoid it. You'll avoid it. You're like, no, I'm just going to do that, but avoid it at your own risk. You're not going to get far without addressing it. Like, if you truly want to be free, happy, confident, love self, be able to design however you want to live on this short life, remember, we're all going to die one day. We're all going to die one day. Life is now. Like, you can live life right now. Life is to live right now. So go back and unpack that stuff and go, how did I begin then to do life? Oh, I think I've got a package. Hang on. Let's find out. Hello? Yes, thank you. Hang on. Should be able to open now. Awesome, thanks. That's so I've obviously we're on the singing journey. So I've bought headphones, like proper studio headphones, but I got replacement ear cups. So I got new ear cups for it. So that's them. Yay! It's very cool when I put on headphones right now and I like plug into like a bit of music. It feels very like, oh, like this is where I'm meant to be. So it's a very exciting journey, but obviously we're doing one thing at a time. Rig first, and then we're attacking this social media and singing all in the one, and it's... Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Look back at your stories. Look back at the stuff that you remember. Have a look at how that shaped your life and realize that that was just an event. And you can remove that filter and you can choose to do life a completely different way. Most people try and change this stuff right here, where really you've got to go back and see where you made the big decisions about how you were going to run life, remove them, and then begin to be free. I hope you're doing well, friend. I'm off to Melbourne today, so the next videos for the next weeks will be there, and which will be nice. It's my home. It's my home city. It gives nostalgia. Don't know. I'll play by ear. I'll see how I feel. I don't know how I'll feel. It's been a couple of months since I've been there. So much love. Have a brilliant day, and look at your past. Look at your past. Don't be scared, and maybe begin to unpack some of that. Your spirit will thank you. I love you. Bye.